Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak Easy English, the podcast that makes learning English feel like hanging out with friends. I'm Diana, your cheerful host, and today we're talking about something that makes many English learners nervous: phone calls.
Yes, the phone. That little device that can make your heart race when you hear the words, "Please hold, transferring your call."
Exactly. I used to panic when someone said hello on the other end. Like, what if I don't understand them? What if I forget my words? Or worse, what if they hang up?
Hey, you're not alone. Making a phone call in English can feel scary because you don't see the other person's body language. No facial expressions, no gestures, just the voice. That can make things tricky.
But don't worry. Today, we'll make you sound confident on any call, whether it's answering the phone, making a call, or leaving a message. By the end of this episode, you'll learn simple, natural phrases to use anytime you pick up the phone.
And we promise, no grammar lectures, no boring stuff. Just real English that you can actually use in daily life. Let's get started with what happens first: answering a phone call.
Okay, Marcus. Imagine your phone rings. How do you answer it politely in English?
Well, if it's a professional call, like at work, I'd say, "Good morning, this is Marcus speaking." Simple, clear, and polite.
Nice. And if it's a more casual call, maybe from a friend, you could just say, "Hey," or "Hi, what's up?" Right? Something friendly, natural.
Exactly. The key is matching your tone to the situation. You won't greet your boss with, "Hey dude," unless your boss is really chill.
True. So let's quickly share 3 easy ways our listeners can answer a call in English. 1, hello, this is your name. 2, hi, how are you? 3, good morning, afternoon, your name, speaking.
Perfect. Simple and confident. And always smile when you talk. People can actually hear your smile through your voice.
That's so true. When you smile, your tone becomes friendlier. Try it and notice the difference. Welcome back, everyone. In the first part, we talked about how to answer the phone politely. Now, let's look at the next step: how to start a phone call in English without feeling awkward or shy.
Yes. Imagine you need to call a doctor's office, a hotel, or your school. Many learners feel nervous because they don't know the first sentence to say. But if you know a simple script, it becomes much easier.
So let's give them that simple script. When you make a call, you can follow this easy pattern. First, say hello, then say your name, then say why you are calling. Something like, "Hello, this is Diana. I'm calling about my appointment."
Exactly. Many English websites and teachers recommend this structure because it's clear and professional. You don't need big vocabulary, just calm, short sentences.
Let's give a few beginner-friendly examples. You can say, "Hello, this is Maria. I'm calling to ask about my booking." Or, "Hi, this is Leo. I'm calling to get some information."
And for very casual calls to friends, you can relax more and say, "Hey, it's Alex. What are you doing?" Or, "Hi, it's Emma. Are you busy right now?" Those are friendly and simple.
Here's a mini story. Imagine you're about to call a hotel to ask, "What time is check-in?" Your heart is beating fast, you're scared you might forget English, but you remember our pattern: hello, your name, your reason.
So, you take a deep breath and say, "Good afternoon, this is Sam. I'm calling to ask about check-in time." Boom! You just did a real-life phone call in English. That is a big confidence win.
If you're listening right now, try this out loud with your own name and your own reason. You can even pause the podcast and practice. The more you say it, the more natural it will feel on real phone calls.
And hey, if these examples are helping you feel less scared of phone calls, show us some love. Like this episode, share it with a friend who also hates phone calls, and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next lessons we've got for you.
You're listening to Speak Easy English. Today, we're teaching how to sound confident on the phone. So, Marcus, what about those times when no one picks up and you need to leave a message?
Oof, that can be awkward. But leaving a voicemail in English is super useful for jobs, doctor's offices, even friends. And it's pretty easy if you follow a simple order. Say who you are, why you called, what you want, and how to contact you.
Let's try a quick example. You call a clinic, but nobody answers. After the beep, you say, "Hi, this is Diana. I'm calling to check if my test results are ready. You can call me back at 555-6789. Thanks and have a great day." See how short and natural that is?
Nailed it. Here are a couple of other ways you could end your message. Please give me a call back when you have a moment, or I look forward to hearing from you soon. It's polite, makes it clear what you want, and lets them know how to reply.
And don't stress if you make small mistakes. Voicemail messages should be short and simple, and leaving a message is always better than missing the chance to connect.
Also, try not to speak too fast. Sometimes people forget to repeat their number or name, and the person listening can't understand. Always finish with your name and number one more time if it's important.
If this tip helps you, smash that like button and share this podcast with a friend who's nervous about phone calls. Voice messages are a real skill, and you're learning it right now with us. Okay, so we've answered the phone, we've made the call, and we've even left a voicemail. Now let's talk about the middle part of a phone call, keeping the conversation clear and not awkward.
Yes, this is where many learners freeze. The other person talks fast, you only understand half, and your brain is like, error, system shutting down. But you don't need to understand every word. You just need some simple survival phrases.
Exactly. Let's teach some magic phrases for when you don't understand. You can say, "Sorry, could you repeat that, please?" Or, "Could you speak more slowly, please?" These are polite and very normal in English.
Another great one is, "I didn't catch that." It means you didn't hear or understand clearly. You can also say, "Could you say that again?" When you use these phrases, you look confident, not weak.
And if the line is noisy or the sound is bad, you can say, "I think the line is bad," or "You're breaking up a little." These are useful when the call keeps cutting in and out.
Let's do a tiny role play. I'll be the person on the phone speaking too fast, and you be the learner. I'll say something super quick, and you stop me with a magic phrase. Ready?
Always ready. Go for it.
Hi, yeah, so I just wanted to let you know that the meeting has been moved to...
Sorry, could you speak more slowly, please? I didn't catch that.
Perfect. That's exactly what our listeners can do in real life. You don't have to apologize 100 times. Just one polite sentence is enough.
If you're listening, try repeating after us. "Could you speak more slowly, please?" Say it out loud with your own voice. Practicing now will help you so much when a real call surprises you later. Now let's talk about another super important part of a phone call. How to be polite when you disagree or when there's a small problem. This can feel scary in English, but with the right phrases, you can sound calm and confident.
Yes, because sometimes the person on the phone gives you the wrong date, the wrong price, or the wrong information. You don't want to shout, but you also don't want to say nothing. You need soft phrases that sound polite, not angry.
One very useful phrase is, "I'm afraid that's not correct." It sounds gentle, not aggressive. You can also say, "I think there might be a mistake." Both of these are great when you want to disagree politely.
Another nice sentence is, "Sorry, but I don't think that's right." See how there's a sorry and I don't think? That makes it softer. In English, people often use these little words to keep the conversation friendly even when they disagree.
Let's give our listeners a mini story. Imagine you booked a room for Saturday, but the person on the phone says, "Your booking is for Sunday." Instead of getting angry, you can say, "I'm afraid I booked it for Saturday, not Sunday."
Exactly. Then maybe you add, "Could you please check again?" This shows you are polite, but also clear. You're not just saying okay to everything. You are speaking up for yourself, but in a kind way.
Another situation. maybe the price is higher than you expected. You can say, "Sorry, I thought the price was $50, not $70. Or, "Could you explain the price, please?" These sentences keep the conversation open and respectful.
If you're listening right now, remember this. Good English is not only big words, it's kind words. When you mix politeness with clear sentences, people will want to help you more, even on a stressful phone call.
Take a moment and repeat after us. "I'm afraid that's not correct." "I think there might be a mistake." Say them with a calm voice. These little phrases can save you in real-life phone problems.
And if this is giving you more courage to speak up on the phone, don't forget to follow the podcast, hit like, and share this episode with someone who also needs a boost of confidence. You're not just learning English, you're learning how to stand up for yourself politely.
We've talked about starting a call, handling the conversation, and even disagreeing politely. Now let's finish strong by learning how to end a phone call with confidence and kindness.
Right. Ending a call isn't just about saying bye. It's your last chance to leave a good impression. In English, there are some nice phrases you can use to wrap up politely and clearly.
For example, you can say, "Thank you for your time today," or "I appreciate you helping me with this." These phrases show gratitude, which always feels good and sounds professional.
And if you want to make sure the other person has no more questions, you can ask, "Is there anything else I can help you with?" Or, "Do you have any other questions?"
Another smart way to close is by summarizing what you talked about. Like, "Just to summarize, we agreed on," or, "So the next steps will be," this helps make sure you both understand everything clearly.
When you're ready to say goodbye, you can use friendly phrases like, "Have a great day," or "Talk to you soon." And don't forget the classic, "Bye." It works for everything.
Let's practice together. Say after me, "Thank you for your time today." Now, "Is there anything else I can help you with?" Last one, "Have a great day." Great job. Using these will make your phone calls smooth and professional.
And if today's show helped you feel ready to make or take a call in English, please like, share, and subscribe. The more you practice, the easier it gets. Remember, every call is a step closer to fluency.
Thanks for tuning in to Speak Easy English. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and we'll talk again soon. Bye for now. All right, Marcus, we've covered almost everything about phone calls in English, but one last thing. What about those moments when you need to ask for help or ask a question during the call? How do you do that naturally?
Great point. Asking questions is the heart of any conversation. When you need information, don't be afraid to ask clearly and politely. Simple phrases like, "Could you please help me with," or "I have a question about," work perfectly.
Also, when you're not sure about something, try, "Can you explain that again?" or "What do you mean by that?" These phrases let the other person know you want to understand better, which is totally normal.
And if you want to make the question softer, you can say, "Would you mind?" or "Could you possibly?" instead of just "Can you?" People respond better when you sound polite and friendly.
Here's a quick mini story. Imagine you're calling a customer service line and the person says something confusing. You can say, "Sorry, could you explain that again? I'm not sure I understand." This shows you're willing to learn and get it right.
Exactly. And practicing these questions will make your real phone calls go smoother. Feel free to pause, repeat after us, and try making your own sentences using these question patterns.
Remember, the more you practice, the more confident you'll feel. And confidence is the secret to sounding natural on the phone, even if you're still learning English.
Yeah. And if you enjoyed this part of our episode, go ahead and like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss our future lessons. Every call you make in English gets easier and easier.
Before we finish today, let's talk about some useful expressions to ask someone to wait during a call. Sometimes you'll need to put the other person on hold or ask them to wait a moment.
Right. A polite way to do this is to say, "Could you please hold for a moment?" Or, "Just a moment, please." If you can't get information right away, you can also say, "Let me check that for you. Please hold." These phrases are clear and polite.
And when you come back, don't forget to thank the person for waiting with something like, "Thank you for waiting," or "Thanks for your patience." It makes the other person feel respected and appreciated.
Also, if the wait might be long, it's good to warn them, it might take a few minutes. Is that okay? That way, the caller feels informed and can decide if they want to wait or call back later.
Here's a quick tip. Always use a friendly and calm tone when you ask someone to wait. The way you say it is as important as what you say. It shows you care about their time.
Also, if you found this part helpful, make sure to like and share the episode. And don't forget to subscribe so you get all our future English lessons. Practicing these polite phrases will really boost your confidence on the phone.
Practice these wait and hold phrases often, and remember, every step you take in speaking English on the phone is progress. Keep going, and you'll sound natural and confident in no time. Let's talk about starting a call with confidence. When you call someone, it's polite to greet them, introduce yourself, and explain why you called. For example, you can say, "Hello, this is Diana. I'm calling to ask about the meeting." It's simple and clear.
And if the person says something fast or you don't understand, don't worry. You can say, "Could you speak more slowly, please?" Or, "Sorry, I didn't catch that." These phrases help you get the information without feeling lost.
Sometimes you have to leave a voicemail. It's best to be short and polite. Try, "Hi, this is Diana. I'm calling to check on my order. Please call me back at 555-1234. Thank you." Always leave your name, reason, and contact number clearly.
If you disagree or want to correct something on the call, be polite and gentle. Say, "I'm afraid that's not correct," or "Could you please check that again?" It's a kind way to speak up without sounding rude.
When you need to ask questions, use phrases like, "Could you please help me with?" or "What do you mean by that?" And to soften your question, say, "Would you mind explaining?" Or "Could you possibly?" That sounds friendly and professional.
If you need to put someone on hold, say, "Could you please hold for a moment?" And when you return, thank them with, "Thank you for waiting." Saying these shows respect for their time.
Finally, ending the call is very important. You can say, "Thank you for your time today," or "I appreciate your help." Then ask, "Is there anything else I can help you with?" If not, finish with a friendly, "Have a great day," or "Talk to you soon."
Remember, every phone call is a chance to practice and improve your English. Use these easy phrases, speak clearly, and don't be afraid to ask for help. You're doing great.
If you found this episode helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to Speak Easy English. We love helping you become confident English speakers. Thanks for listening, and see you next time. We finally made it to the last part of our episode on English for phone calls. Today, we've shared phrases for answering, making, leaving messages, asking questions, handling problems, putting someone on hold, and ending calls politely.
Yes, and remember, the way you speak on the phone is about kindness and confidence as much as words. Using polite phrases like these shows you respect the other person and helps build good relationships.
Absolutely. So here are a few powerful closing phrases to end any call smoothly. Thank you for your time today. I appreciate your help. Is there anything else I can do for you? It was great talking to you. Have a wonderful day. Ending with warmth leaves a great final impression.
And if you want to recap the call before hanging up, say something like, "Just to summarize, we agreed on," or "So the next steps are." This makes sure everyone is clear and on the same page.
If you liked this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Speak Easy English. You're doing amazing. Each phone call you practice gets easier and more natural.
Keep a positive mindset, be patient with yourself, and remember that every call is practice for your growing skills. Thanks for tuning in. We'll chat with you again soon.
Bye for now. Stay confident and keep speaking English one call at a time.